Hi everyone, Angel Kraus here. I hope that your week last week went well. Thank you so much for understanding that sometimes we just need a little bit of room or air to breathe. And so I hope you were able to either take some time off, or a couple people in the course actually went ahead and finished up the course so that they're completely done with the course now. So either way, however you use that week, I'm glad that I didn't get anybody upset at me for extending the course for 1 week. Again, you can finish by this Sunday if you want to, which is the original end date, or if you want to take until April 9th, that works as well. So this is just a quick review of Module 6. I didn't have this posted when it officially started, and so I wanted to get this out as soon as I could. So I was able to review everybody's 4.1 lesson plans, and you guys did an outstanding job. You're all in different spots as far as understanding lesson planning and how to move from standards to goals to interactive, engaging lessons for your students that will eventually assess what they're learning, and you'll have actual evidence that they're meeting that goal. So we're all in different places, but you guys really rose to the challenge of using the template, showing that you understand how to integrate health and either ELA or math. Almost all of my multiple subject teachers chose to use ELA standards. They integrate really nicely. So if you chose to do ELA for this lesson plan, continue to think about how you can integrate health and math. Also very just powerful ways that you can pull those two together. For all my single subject people, you found interesting and amazing ways to integrate. Whether you're in a music class or an English class, the health topics that are in the California State Standards are really applicable, and they can be used in lots of different settings. So just continue to think of those connections. We talked about alignments. We want health to be a normal part of what you do. We don't want it to be added on top. And so you'll find as you're working with your students that there are specific health needs that they might need just a little bit more information on, that you might need to expand your information on and then develop it into a lesson plan that's integrated or even a mini lesson. So in Module 6, we're going to be wrapping up the course. You guys have worked really hard at taking a look at all the different aspects of health, how you might integrate those, and gathering a lot of resources. So I would always encourage you guys to have a lot of resources on your computer. If you notice my little bar up here, I have just folders that I've created. So every time I come across a certain type of resource on a website, I don't want it to get lost. So for me, this works. I just drag and drop the website into the appropriate folder, and I'm able to go back and access those all at a later time. So that's a great way to organize. So let's take a look at Module 6 and what you're going to be doing over the next week or the next 2 weeks. Again, the course officially ends on April 9th now, but you can feel free to finish it by the 2nd. I will not be providing feedback until probably, I will probably start around the 12th of April. I'm actually out of town the 9th through the 12th, so I'll start somewhere around the 12th or 13th. So let's take a quick look at this. You have one form, which is the 6.1 form. And this is really a summative form. I want you to take this and be able to look at a situation, and it's going to be either a real situation that you've been a part of or something that you create. And we're going to just take a look at how you can identify, refer, and support students and their family who may have a health challenge, okay? So you can see the bolded items here. You're going to identify, refer, and support students and their families who may be at risk of physical, psychological, or emotional health problems. So for each of these bullet points, there should be a good sized paragraph. I'm not looking for, one sentence and then it's over. So you want to just make sure this is a summative post for the course. So you want to pull in any information that you learned, how you know that you can identify different health challenges, what those definitions might be if you need to add a definition. It's also important that you talk about how you're going to reach out to others. As a classroom teacher, we have certain requirements or certain things that we do, but you really need to reach out to the school nurse, the psychologist, the counselor. There might even be something in the community that you end up reaching out. So a description of a department or resource outside of your school campus. This is a really important one. In the past, this is where people have always not met the standards or met the requirements in this post, is that you're talking about what led you to believe that there was a health challenge and describing that, How did you identify it? What would you say is going on, or what might you think? How do you refer it to someone else who's in your coordinated school health program? And then this next fourth bullet point is outside of your own school campus. What is another resource that you can use to develop more understanding on this topic, and or it might be passed on to the students and their families? So whether it's something at the county level or other things, so you might want to look at examples up here, Fresno County Office of Ed, or if you're in a different county, look at their Office of Ed and what health services they offer. And then finally, a brief description of how you provided the student and parent support in the process. How did you communicate with the student and family? Did it affect any of your classroom activities, etc.? And the family one is important. Sometimes it's not appropriate for you to respond to the family depending on what the health need is. And so it may be the nurse or the counselor or somebody else who reaches out to the family. So just to make sure that there's an understanding in that, okay? So thank you for already posting, Stacy. This is the section 1 that I'm teaching. And then when you respond to your colleague, I want you to respond as if you were the parent or the guardian in that situation. So put yourself in their shoes. How would you feel? What questions might you still have about that scenario? Okay, so that's Forum 6.1. Again, it's really summative in that you're really applying a lot of the information that you learned about what are some health challenges, how might you reach out to others, what resources would you use. Then the signature assignment, 6.2, is going to be submitted here, and it's a direct link to TaskStream. Keely, a student, noticed that this was not working, but it's working now, so you guys can all submit your final lesson plans when you're ready to. When you click on here, it will actually bring you directly to the spot to submit. For me, it doesn't because I'm not a student, but when you click on it, then you'll upload your final lesson plan, and that will be where it is. Then the last assignment you'll be submitting is the final course reflection. And this really takes us back to that first week where I said every teacher is a health teacher, and we're a health teacher whether we choose to be a health teacher or not. We model our own health practices. The lack of teaching health actually impacts our students' learning and their ability to learn. And so we want to think about that concept that every teacher is a health teacher. And we may take it very intentionally, and we may have something once a week that's really health related, right? And so on this, I want you to connect to FPU's mission and vision. So there's a link right here. And you guys are probably very familiar with this diagram in this document about scholarship, professionalism, leadership, and peacemaking. And so I'm going to ask you to connect. How does the concept of every teacher being a health teacher connect to the teacher ed mission and vision of the school? So this is one document that you can use. You're probably very familiar with it. The other document, let me see if it's still in the course here, is a more just kind of descriptive document of what each of those means. And I definitely want you to take a look at that. So I'm going to try to link it again here too. So this is the mission and vision, and this is the expanded version. So you definitely want to review this because this will help you link more. So if you haven't seen this expanded version, you definitely want to take a look at this. It talks a little bit more of what it means to be a professional, a leader, an advocate, and this will help you kind of connect. Okay, so take a look at the extended version. I want to see this reflected in your final wiki in the course as well. All right. After that final course reflection, looking at how every teacher is a health teacher related to our mission and vision in the School of Education teacher program, you just want to go ahead and do a quick survey. And then the course surveys will be sent out. They probably will not be sent out until a couple more weeks. And then there's also a SurveyMonkey survey. So let me go ahead and see if that works here. This one may not be open yet, but the one down here should be able to take you right into SurveyMonkey and give information about the course overall. The information here is confidential. I will be the one seeing it along with the director, Linda Hoff and Robin Perry, but it really just helps me continue to revise the course. One of the things I know for sure already is that Module 1 is going to be shortened a little bit. I've been shortening it a little bit each time, but it still sounds like there's a little bit of work to be done. But really this helps me become a better instructor, helps the course become a better course for future students. So please leave your feedback there. Okay. All right, if you have any questions as you work on Module 6, please let me know. I'm available this week to meet with people who want to look over their lesson plans and if you have any questions on any of my comments. I did know in some of the announcements that it is possible to get a lower grade on your final draft of your lesson plan than you did on your initial draft. So what I'm going to do is, as I open them up, I'm going to open up your initial draft and I'm going to open up your final draft. I'm going to put them on my big screen and I'm going to look at, did you take into account the comments that I said? Okay, so did you address them or did you revise them? Some of them are preference and you don't have to. So that would be like, well, what about this? Did you think about this? But I definitely want to see that there's a difference between your initial draft and final draft based on the comments that I provided. If you have any questions on those comments, please let me know. I will be working from home all day Friday, so if you wanted to meet this week, and then next week I'll be available as well. All right, you guys have an amazing into your week. It's already Wednesday, so I hope that it is going well and that you're able to be productive this weekend or be restful this weekend. All right, thanks and have a great day.